Oh my gosh, can you feel the energy? Fans are gearing up to cheer on the U.S. men's soccer team tomorrow's big match against the Netherlands, the World Cup in Qatar. The U.S. advanced to the knockout round with that win, do-or-die game against Iran on Tuesday, 1-0. The U.S. star Christian Pulisic was injured. Oh, boy, did it look like it hurt. Scored that one goal, the winning goal. He was treated, released at the hospital for what is being called a pelvic contusion. He says he will do everything in his power to be on the field tomorrow, and you better bet he's going to do that. I mean, look at him there. Come on. Joining me now to talk soccer, Christopher Harris, publisher at World Soccer Talk. Great to talk to you this morning. How exciting. I mean, I've got this game ready on my schedule tomorrow morning. Who doesn't? I usually ask for predictions at the end of an interview, but I'm going to ask first off, can the U.S. pull off a win tomorrow?
Wow. Yeah, that's a great question. I think it's possible. I think the US actually has a really good chance against the Netherlands. The Netherlands is a better team on paper. They're ranked number 8 in the world. The United States is ranked number 16. But we've seen from this United States team just the sure, just putting their bodies on the line, just the sure passion, energy, commitment that they put into these 3 games thus far. I think they can do it. And they're not scoring a lot of goals, but so if I had to give a prediction before the game, which I'll do now, I'd say 1-0 USA.
All right, I like where you go. And hey, I'm real sorry about the Wales team too, right? Somebody's got to lose. So I hope you're pulling for Team USA. This is a young team, as you mentioned. Tell us about the group of athletes, their grit, who they are, where they're coming from.
Yeah, it's interesting too, because every single player on this team that started the game against Iran in the last game, every single one of these Americans plays in Europe for some of the biggest teams in Europe. So whether it's in England or in Spain or Italy, etc., they're playing at the highest level. There's such a young team, like you mentioned. Average age is 24, which is one of the youngest teams in the World Cup. But you've got some really heroes on the field, people like Tyler Adams, who's the captain. You've got, of course, Christian Pulisic, the forwards, the attacking midfielder who's creating the chances. But you have people like Yunus Musa, and those 3 are the midfielders. Those are the kind of the engine in this team, and the ones that are really making the difference. And of course, you can go through every single player. But this really is a starting 11 that is, I think, America can be proud of and get behind. And I'm sure across America this weekend, we'll see plenty of watch parties, either at people's homes or in restaurants and bars, cheering on the U.S.
Right. And it's been a long time coming, Christopher. I mean, I was trying to brush up on my soccer knowledge, which is pretty thin to begin with. But when Team USA is at this point, it's a big deal. So everybody's excited. They participated in every World Cup from 1990 to 2014, didn't qualify for 2018. And is it true that they have not made it past this point at any point in their competition? The round of 16.
Yeah, they've actually, well, the 2018 World Cup they didn't qualify for, so this is the first World Cup for them in 8 years. There's only one player on the entire squad of 26 players that's ever played in a World Cup before. So yeah, so it's a young squad, but they have progressed past this group stage before. In previous World Cups, they progressed and beat Mexico and to go through till the next stage. However, I mean, there's a lot of teams that have not even got to where the US is this weekend into that round of 16. Teams such as Germany have crashed out, etc. There's some really major teams that have not made it through. So for the US to even get to this stage, which is going from 32 teams down to 16 teams, which starts tomorrow, is a huge achievement. But after this, though, anything can happen. So if the US did beat the Netherlands on Saturday, they would go through to the quarterfinals, where it's possible that they could play a team such as Argentina, which is one of the greatest soccer teams in the world.
Yeah, I've heard about Team Argentina, so that would be tough. Could they beat them?
Anything can happen, and that's what the young U.S. squads have been saying in the press conferences this week, is that anything can happen, and that's the beauty of sport. It could happen, and if they beat Argentina, possibly the semifinal could be against Brazil. So in the bracket that they're in this World Cup, they've actually got the hardest path to get to the final. They would have to beat Netherlands, possibly Argentina, possibly Brazil, and possibly meet France in the final. But in the game of sports, anything is possible.
Yeah, I like it. They're the underdogs. It's going to be a tough road. They'll need Pulisic, though, right, to be able to compete with some of those stronger teams.
Yeah, he's a game changer. I think he will start. I mean, I know they're taking it day by day, and right now in Qatar, he's supposed to be involved in the training, so they're going to assess his fitness. But you can tell just from the picture you posted earlier on Instagram on the hospital
He's ready to
bed.
go. He's ready to go.
He's ready to go.
Christopher, I'm out of time, but it was fun talking soccer with you. Come back, because I hope that we can continue to root on Team USA together now that your team's been knocked out. It's fun. It's exciting. There's a lot of energy here in the States over this. So appreciate your soccer knowledge. Thank you.
Yeah, I'd love to. Thank you so much.
Coming up, meet